My favorite season is upon us. Planner season. This is the time of the year where all the companies are going to launch their new planners for the new year and all the accessories that go with them. What I want to take you through before you fill your cart with all those planner goodies is to walk you through some specific questions to make sure you're choosing and selecting the right planner. We also want to make sure our organizational style, we think about how we organize things in our home, can identify how we organize and choosing the right planner for us, how we organize on paper. And then third, most importantly, we want to make sure we identify the season of life we're in and how it aligns to that planner. So before we start filling up those carts with all the goodies, I want to take you through these things, ask those questions, and take that quiz, and we're going to make sure you are set before you hit the order button. Okay, first things first, we need to take an audit. We need to ask specific questions related to how we've used our planner in the past, and this is going to guide your future. So what I have here, Laurel Denise planner. This is the Bewitched cover. This is the large Anne style. I will show you why it's called the Anne in just a minute, and we'll get into that more when we talk about our organization style. But right now, I want to share, as looking back, the number one question to ask when you are reflecting is what worked really well, what worked best, and then also ask what didn't work. For me, I'm going to give an example of what has worked really, really well. Now, I want to just share that I've been using the same planner for the last 3 years. What has worked really well, and I will be going with the same style, the same format, the same layout. I will probably be doing pretty much 90% of the same things I've been doing for the last few years, and that's because it works. For me, what has really worked, of course, seeing everything in one place has definitely worked. Seeing my appointments and my calendar on the left, seeing my weeks in the middle, and seeing whatever I need customized on the right side here. Now, what I have found that works so well has been my right side calendar. So one of the things that I do, obviously, as you're watching this video, you know I put out content on YouTube. And one of the things I needed was a place for that content to exist in conjunction with my day-to-day life, with appointments and everything happening with the family and personal life. The right side calendar is a blank calendar, so it comes all blank. There's no numbers. Everything is ready for you to customize. Put your month here, and I love this side column that lets me identify the pillars of my content into my 3 sections, and then I put the ideas for my videos, and then I plot them out in the month. I really enjoy having this with the left side calendar so I can make it correspond. So if something's going on, such as the Laurel Denise products are coming out, the new launch, I can tie that to the video. So you will see that coming up as we get more into her launch. But this is what I have found that I absolutely love. Now, before I get much further, let me just go ahead and share. If you see any products here and you want to jump on the Laurel Denise website, be sure to use my code Danielle10. That will get you 10% off your entire order. I'll also leave those details in the description so you can catch those, but just be sure to use that code to save that 10%. All right, so now let's talk about what doesn't work. There's a lot here that does work. What doesn't work for me, kind of sharing a little bit of how my mind works, the habit trackers. And of course, this is a future month, but I'll show you every habit tracker ends up blank for that month. I don't use them. I've tried numerous times, but I have learned I don't like to note and track something every day. That consistency is just not where I'm at. It's just not something I can do. And also, I don't come back to my planner at the end of the day to actually cross those things off. I'm considering putting a sticker here and adapting it maybe for that, but right now I'm fine with it being blank. And what I know overall is that it's not stopping this planner from being ideal for me and has been for the last few years. And if you're finding that there are more things on your dislike list than are on your working for you list, then that's where you need to evaluate on a new planner style. So my style, as I mentioned, this is the Anne. So that means I have vertical columns here for my weekly pages. There is the Nancy, which makes these horizontal. Then you have portrait. So everything is more in your 8.5 by 11 kind of up and down style, or as a notebook style. And then it has your weeks on the bottom that flip. Then there are other variations as well. And Laurel Denise keeps putting out new layouts to make sure that it adapts and uses everything and has a place for everything you need in your life and the way that your brain works. So that is why you got to reflect first. And then what we want to do is we want to get a little bit more clear on making sure we're selecting the right planner. And that's where we're going to get into step number 2. So let's talk about Clutterbug. Clutterbug is an organizational style, and it is actually a concept introduced by Cass. She is the Clutterbug. She has a website and a YouTube channel and all things Clutterbug, which helps identify your organizational style to types of bugs, hence Clutterbug. And she helps categorize those so you know where you fit and you adapt and embrace your organizational style instead of fighting against it. These organization styles are categorized by bugs. The simple organizational styles are the Ladybug and the Butterfly, and then the detailed organization are the Cricket and the Bee. We're going to start with the detailed organization bugs first. Let's go through them. So Cricket. Cricket is detailed but hidden. And that's me, actually. I am a Cricket. I know I like to see things organized, but I don't like a lot of clutter. And a Bee is also highly organized, but also visual. They like their things out in a way that they can see them because they forget about them if they don't see them. Now let's talk about Ladybug. A ladybug is simple and hidden. So they like simple processes, but they like things to be behind closed doors. So that way it's not overwhelming. And the butterfly. A butterfly is simple and visual. So they like their processes and organization to be very simple, not complex, and they tend to be visual. So things are on display. Now, if you want to find out what bug you are, I'll leave a link to the Clutterbug organizational style quiz so you can figure it out. And then using this matchup chart, this will match your organization style to your planner layout style for the Nancy, Rose, Scout, and Anne. But here's where it gets interesting. What if you take the Clutterbug quiz and you don't feel like you fit neatly into one category? Like me, I'm a Cricket, but I also have some Bee tendencies. And maybe the planner gives you the structure you need, but you also need more visual space, more room for lists, or you need a different way of seeing your tasks. That doesn't mean you need to abandon the planner that matches your primary style. You can customize it. And that's where I want to talk about inserts. Inserts are a whole category, a whole line of products. A lot of planner companies offer this specifically for the Laurel Denise planners. They have actual everything from checklist templates to, as I showed you, my right side calendar. That is an insert. And then they have templates, booster packs that are specific to everything from homeschooling and traveling and even starting and having a side hustle. That's what I use my inserts for. These are actual templates, so they have all of the prompts on here to help guide you in answering specific questions. This is for my side hustle. It has project plans, and I just see things in a different way, but everything's in my planner. This kind of goes with my work brain, which happens in sprints. I do very specific tasks along a 2-week timeline, and it is broken out into categories, and it just keeps the work moving and going forward. For this third and final area to identify to help you align to your planner, now that we've identified our organizational style and we've even helped with those who have hybrid styles, what we want to think about now is the season of life we're in. This is going to tell us what we need to organize. Some examples of the season of life. Maybe you're working full-time and you also have to care for aging parents. Maybe you're entering a season where travel or hobbies or creative projects are becoming more important. Or maybe you're building a business on the side or additional side hustles. So these are things that the planner may have worked perfectly for you 5 years ago, but they may not be the planner or the planner setup you need today. So for me, in the example I'm going to give you is related to the small business that I actually started. And when I started that small business, I did intend for everything to be in one place, for it to be in my main planner. But as I started working out the details and started looking at everything that's involved when it comes to creating and starting a new business, there was so many details that pulled at so many different parts of my brain, my time, and my energy, and I needed one solid place for it. So I decided to get this smaller version. This is a small project planner. So this is the Rose planner, as you can see, smaller than the Anne style planner. And I just love it because it's portable and it's compact. And what I do is I put everything in here related to the business. I have the start of the planner with the brain dump. And then those pages you saw, the inserts, I have the same one in a smaller version. In fact, I duplicated it because I just found that it was more effective in here with all of my business needs, my goals, and then the sprints. I now do these sprints. They're just so concise and consolidated into the 2-week time frame. I have goals set. I have my month and my projects all set up, and I have back here everything I need for the business, cost, expenses, thoughts, everything I need. This planner just helped me identify that the season of life I'm in is just, there's something very specific that just has a lot of detail with it. And that's why I gravitated towards this separate planner. Now, I don't think for every project you need another planner. Those insert pages, as mentioned, they come in both sizes. So this will definitely just work if this is all you need. But if you need something that you can take around, maybe it's a little bit more portable, something that just helps you with this current season of life, and you want to have it all in one place, this is maybe where a separate planner could work. So the question isn't, do I need one planner or two? The question to ask is, what season of life am I in right now? And what do I need my planner to help me manage that season? That's where you need to see if inserts or a separate planner may work best. Again, I will leave in the description for you a link to the Clutterbug quiz. I will leave a link to Laurel Denise's website, and I will leave my code for the 10% off of anything you order. Everything will be included in the description. So much exciting stuff, but hopefully these tips have helped you, these questions, the quiz, and everything in between. Thank you so much for joining. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. More planner videos, more resources for how to stay organized, and also how to stay connected to those you love. Thanks so much. See you soon.